I. Introduction and Identity. 1. I am the applicant in this matter, a citizen of Canada, of Indigenous background, two-spirited, and a knowledge keeper, and I make this affidavit in support of my charter application for a stay of proceedings and emergency relief due to escalating criminalization, abuse of power, and systemic misconduct against me. 2. I affirm that all of the information herein is true to the best of my knowledge, belief, and understanding, and forms part of an urgent motion to the court under Section 7, 8, 9, 10, B, 15, and 24(1) of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. 2. Background and chronology. 3. Since approximately 2018, I have made numerous efforts to obtain support from public institutions, including healthcare, housing, legal services, and social programs. 4. My advocacy and formal complaints to municipal, provincial, and federal officials were consistently ignored, dismissed, or met with retaliation. I submitted detailed letters, class action drafts, video documentation, and filed court claims that were struck without fair hearing. 5. In response to my lawful advocacy, I experienced retaliatory charges for criminal harassment simply for asking for help, forced psychiatric detainment without cause or evidence, surveillance, technology interference, and sudden phone and device issues, eviction, income disruption, blocked access to legal and medical care. 3. Recent events in Sault Ste. Marie. 6. I was forcibly relocated into Sault Ste. Marie, a community with a history of institutional harm against Indigenous peoples, by parties aware of its high levels of violence and criminal control. 7. I was placed in a Jehovah's Witness-controlled neighborhood, without disclosure, by someone claiming to be an escapee, but later revealed to be embedded in the structure. My living conditions have felt coercive and cult-like. 8. When I reported a crime and technological interference in March 2025, I was arrested without warrant, denied access to my phone to present evidence, detained in hospital against my consent under fabricated pretense, mocked by officers and health staff who laughed openly during my distress. 9. All charges laid against me for criminal harassment and breach stem directly from screaming for help, posting signs about crimes I experienced, seeking help from Indigenous community members on social media. 10. These charges violate my charter rights and are part of a pattern of malicious prosecution used to suppress whistleblowing and community organizing. 4. Charter violations. 11. The following constitutional rights have been breached. Section 7. My security, health, and dignity have been systemically violated. Section 8. My privacy and property, phone, devices have been interfered with without legal authority. Section 9. Arbitrary detainment and unlawful arrests. Section 10. B. I have been repeatedly denied legal counsel. Section 15. Discrimination based on my disability, cultural identity, and class. B. Systemic targeting. 12. My experience reveals a coordinated suppression of dissenters, particularly Indigenous and neurodivergent voices, facilitated by policing bodies, health institutions, the judiciary, public housing and legal aid systems. 13. I believe that the criminal proceedings against me lack good faith, are abusive in process, and are motivated by discriminatory and retributive purposes. Vi. Relief requested. 14. I respectfully ask the court to issue a stay of proceedings in all current charges. Refer this matter to the Attorney General of Canada or the Supreme Court due to constitutional implications. Acknowledge that I face ongoing threats to life and liberty. Direct that I receive protection and emergency resources to stabilize my situation. Preserve all my evidence in court filings and recordings from police and hospital interactions. Hold accountable any parties who have acted in breach of their public duties. 7. Conclusion. 15. I make this affidavit in support of immediate charter relief to protect my life, liberty, and dignity from unjust criminalization and systemic retaliation.